Okay, I'm just making sure that at the very least that I'm audible. Welcome everybody to an overthinking football show watch along. It is a live watch along of Royal AM versus Orlando Pirates. Royal Andilempisane versus Esgamakepula, Orlando Pirates in the DSTV Premiership. And we are off. Of course, this is a very important game for both teams. Let me just make sure that my timer is running properly. A very important game for both teams. Pirates is still in the search for the Champions League. They're still trying to get into those spaces where they'll be able to play continental football, the top continental football, which might or might not be the AFL next year. They're going to be playing that, and in order to do that, they need to finish second. And yesterday, the team that is in number 2, last night, Stellenbosch, scored 5 goals, right, to make sure that they get 46 points. They scored 5 goals versus Polokwane City. Ikram Reina scoring all 5 of those goals. That puts them 46 points. 46 points on the log, 10 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, and only 6 points ahead of Orlando Pirates. And of course, this is the game in hand that Orlando Pirates has over Stellenbosch. So if they can win this game, they go up to 43. And then it's a real chase to see who finishes number 2. Royal AM, on the other hand, there's 2 games in hand, and that's 6 points. Should they be able to get it, could put them all the way up to number 7 in the league. Which gives them a top 8 spot for Royal AM. Of course, they have Swallows right behind them with 3 points. Slightly ahead of them is Polokwane City, the team that conceded 5. Ikram Reina's, Chisampama from Ikram Reina's is 1 point ahead of them. Amazulu, Golden Arrows, only 2 points. And then Chipa and Chiefs being 3 and 4 points ahead respectively. So that is how it is shaping up for these 2 teams. Now, both teams have been on a relatively good trajectory. Royal AM has 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw in their last 5 games. And then Orlando Pirates has 3 wins, a draw and a loss in their last 5 games. Last time out, we saw them. They beat Amazulu 1-0. And the last time we saw Royal AM was when they beat Golden Arrows. Well, not beat. They drew with Golden Arrows 1-1. So let's see how this is going to play out. The starting lineups. Ooh, that was almost a good ball. The starting lineups are as follows. For Royal AM, you have Mpoto in goal. Shezi Mabuza, Giane Matlaba, Makaka, Msomi Matwele, Mahlasela, Ndlovu, and George. And then Orlando Pirates side, you have Butelezi, Maela Sesane, Koki Libito, Makaula, Mbata, Mfukeng, Utito, Ambulance Sitembisa, Maswanganyi, and also Saleng and Mabasa making up the starting lineup of Orlando Pirates. We are 2 minutes in. It is still 0-0. There are no early goals in this match as of yet. These teams in the last 5 games that they've met, Royal AM is yet to get a win. They have, however, gotten 2 draws and have lost 3 games. Pirates winning 3 games of their last 5 matches together. Most recently, the 8th of August, when they gave us a 6-goal thriller. Orlando Pirates beating Royal AM 4-2. So let's see, guys. Let's see how this is going to play out. I think the MO for Pirates is the same MO, modus operandi, that they have every single time they hit the pitch. The faster, the better. If they slow down and try to play the ball, I don't think they're going to get anything out of this game. Orlando Pirates, again, an emotional team. Luckily, the sun is out that side. Luckily, the fans are out. So it looks like everything's pointing towards Orlando Pirates at least giving us some sort of performance. That should have been a yellow card. Ref Mataba. Lucky, not a red. That should have been a yellow. So let's see what Pirates can do. You know, they've scored 7, Stellenbosch scored 5. Let's see if they can carry that on versus an up and down Royal AM team. That's John Maduka. Let's see who's here. Tsulu, how are you? How are you, Tsulu? Sky says up the parks. Hola, Sky. Eh? Mnandi by Pirates, eh? Mjabule. Pirates, of course, MTN 8 in hand, still in the hunt for the Nedbank Cup. That would make it 4 trophies in 2 years. Currently, Olivero has 3 trophies in 18 months. Oh, chance there by Royal AM. Over the crossbar. Is it George? George couldn't get to it. George couldn't get to it there. This Pirates defense is very interesting to watch. If you look at that positioning, Yamayela, I don't know, man. I think you can still catch these guys. Oh, time traveler. Hey, whether you got your prediction right, just Sundowns on a technicality. Because you had said 2-0. You didn't say whether it's 2-0 aggregate or 2-0 on the day. I see you. Time traveler. You can't keep quiet today. I have a time traveler on my TikTok. You can't keep quiet today. Tell me what's happening. And you still haven't come through the lotto numbers. Mina ngifuna ama lotto number, man. Oh, we are still like a Petway. Petway is a bad thing. People are betting, eh? Rulani has come out and spoken about betting.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional. The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
People are emotional. Mina ngifuna ukuwina lotto. Time traveler. That's all I want. Ngifuna ukuwina lotto. So you better come with those numbers. Ow. Our TikTok time traveler says Royal AM is going to win this game 1-0. Hey, we'll see, guys. We'll see. If Royal AM wins this game, Pirates, this roller coaster that they're putting us on, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Mabasa brought down for a free kick. Mabasa, now I believe he is third or fourth in the race to become top goal scorer. Ikram Reynolds took that race and put it on its head, scoring 5 goals yesterday, becoming the top on 13 goals. Where did I put this thing? I believe I put something in our group, in the WhatsApp group, where it just broke down. I believe Umawas is now number 3 or 4. So he's going to be looking for some goals. It's kind of sad that the top goal scorer only 13 goals. Excel what? 5 games. 13 goals. Then the other guys are all on 11 and 10. Or 4 people are all on 11 and 10. And then the rest are sham. That is what we do. Oh, people are fighting. What's happening? He's third, ne? Yeah, he's third. So Reynolds shot directly to the top of that goal scorer's chart with 5 goals. He scored almost half of his goals yesterday. Okay, with a yellow card. Okay, has been given a yellow card for unnecessary roughness. Why is Koki all the way out there? This Pirates defense has no discipline, and that could be something. I see the Kotsi mode. This defense. Mayela Sasane, Koki and Libito. Well, I'm not going to count Libito because Libito is probably going to be gone most of the time. Mayela was already caught out on the left-hand side already once, where George couldn't just take advantage. So there is a chance for Royal AM to do something in this game. Will they? I don't know. As it stands right now, it seems like they're playing a very open game. Like, they haven't necessarily retreated back into their half as most teams do when they play versus the Pirates. Rightfully so, because for me, Pirates is the most dangerous team in the league. Not the most consistent, not the guys that win, not the guys that win the most dangerous. If Pirates scores 2 goals, you are liable to concede 5. Very simply. The problem is that they can't turn it on at will. That thing of theirs that they have. Oh, long ball to who? Also, Jose is persisting with this thing of Sileng becoming a central player. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Reyners, we are Reyners, guys. Hey! Bafana player, that one. Mabasa's looking to take out his teammates. Karabone. Okay, played back to Buthelezi. Hey, Pirates really wants to play this ball out from the back. It's very interesting. 10 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Was that a yellow card though? I would say it was. It was unnecessary roughness. It probably the ref trying to set a tone for this game. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He already missed Matlaba. I think Matlaba's one should have been a yellow card or a red card. He had a very early tackle on Libito with the stats showing. That one should have been a yellow card. Could have even been a red, to be honest with you. Chance Pirates. Libito looking to do what he did versus Chiefs with a long shot. And then Tito just gives it to the goalkeeper. Passes it to the goalkeeper. Who do you guys think should be the player of the season? There's been a lot of talk about Tito coming in strong at the end of the season. A lot of people have mentioned his name. Who, guys, do you think are the candidates for player of the season? Because for me, I don't know if there's somebody who has been consistent enough for me to call their name. I know a lot of the Sundowns fans are going to be pointing to the likes of mokwena. Sure, that's fine. But there has to be other people, man. Agent says Williams. Tabza says 17 games played, 12 clean sheets. Okay, Williams, I guess. I don't know. I want to know the unsexy names. Like, I want to know the guys that we aren't necessarily watching every week or not looking at like that. But then when you think of them, they give you a little bit something. For me, it's tough. I can't say Tito, to be honest with you. Sky, I don't think I can say Tito. Ikram. Yeah. Oh. Miscommunication there by Role M. Almost stabs it into their own net. I guess Ikram because of the goals, I guess. But if he doesn't score the 5 last night, what do we think about Ikram? Yeah, exactly. Agent says here, my problem with the outfield players is that they aren't consistent, all had their peaks and lows. If we're being fair, it would have to go to a Sundowns player, and I'd probably say, like you guys are saying, Williams. Hey, he's giving out these yellow cards, ref. Ref is giving out these yellow cards. Ndlovu has just caught a yellow card. Was he righting the wrong of what he did there with the Tloki decision? Ketuktula is not Keting Uktula. Ukuluma. You know your captain is standing next to you and he's going, oh, ref, yeah, ref. Hey, the referee is giving yellow cards today. I see a red card. Abuti, I'm happy for Amakos. Thank you, Abuti, man. We don't know how we got the 3 points, but the 3 points is deposited, and the 3 points doesn't say lucky. It just says 3 points. I saw Chiefs fans saying they want Real Madrid, they want Bayern. Yeah, they want to go to the Club World Cup. I wonder if we've started making the case to FIFA. You need a big team in Africa, in the biggest stadium in Africa. Oh. Sorry about that. I am back. Pumungane says, I'm happy Tim is not there today. What do you guys have against Tim, guys? What do you guys have against Tim? One could argue that Tim is the better player of the ball than Makaula and maybe even Umbata. And Tim has been playing forward passes every time he gets into there, guys. I mean. Austin Tabi, welcome. The Matala says Chiefs is the biggest team in Africa, the most dangerous in the world. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Abanye, they called us God's children, God's favorite children, but they don't speak about their benefiting. Hey, guys, but let me not go there. Lucky 2-1, then you all want to go to the Club World Cup. Yeah, man. Let us go to the Club World Cup. Man. If FIFA want to trend and FIFA want to have viewership in SADC, let Chiefs go. Well, okay, we're going to be covering the Club World Cup here. It's going to be June, July next year, in that break between the seasons. Hopefully, who knows, man? Maybe the show will be live from America. Tim is good, but he's slow, says Andy K. You saw after scoring their 5th goal. Guys. Volanta. I'm just saying. If FIFA want 2 million people watching every time, take us. Take us. Take us with, let us go, guys. Let us go and shine the light of African football, you know. I'm sure Kimang, I'm sure Infantino understands. He saw when he was here that Derby man has got something about it. Maybe you jig the rules. No, I'm joking. I would never want Chiefs to go. Mamelodi Sundowns will be taking part. It's actually very funny because people try to make it seem as though the stakes of the match versus Esperance were so high that Sundowns needed. No, Sundowns and Esperance were through to the Club World Cup outside of if TP Mazembe miraculously won. So the more important game, because we didn't take part this year, the most important game was then going to be Ahly TP Mazembe. Because Esperance and Mamelodi Sundowns are in the top four. It's Ahly number 1, we did number 2. Then I believe it's Esperance, then Sundowns. Then the gap between Sundowns and the next team is pretty big. So, guys, we tried to make it dramatic. Then I see you guys pulling it out. To carry, it's such a big thing. Let me see. We know you got many fans and views, but we also have to protect our SA football. Who needs football integrity when you can trend? Man. Sky says Royal M is going to injure. Oh, they're going to injure people. Well, I think the ref has seen it and has gone, you know what, guys, I'd much rather give you guys yellow cards up front and maybe control that behavior. He's already given out, 2 yellow cards? So early on. I asked you guys, man, who's the player of the year? Who are the candidates? Let's do this. I need 5 candidates. 5 candidates. And you can only pick one from a team. Because I want to get to, those sleeper picks, the guys that aren't in big teams. Like I said, I admit it's most probably going to come from Sundowns, to be fair to Sundowns. But can we get some names? Royal M is going to lose focus and get 2 red cards. Watch the space, says Wahib. Wahib also says Ikram needs a move abroad. Is it early? I feel like in South Africa, if you don't leave very early, you're going to have to leave right on the border of being too old. But would you stay another year at Stellenbosch? Because the other part of the coin is that, for all intents and purposes, it seems as though Stellenbosch is going to be playing African football next year. So they're going to be playing some sort of African football, probably the Champions League. If Stellenbosch can get into the Champions League, knowing that they've got Jordaan Adams, Ikram Raiders, Titus, and all those guys on long-term contracts with the eyes that are brought to them when they're in that competition, I think you could command a lot of money for those guys, since Stellenbosch had renewed them all right? I think Reina's was renewed February last year, his contract. So it could be a lot of money. And Stellenbosch need to perform next year should they make it into the Champions League. So getting rid of Reinas and those guys, I don't know if it's a smart move. Plus, they don't need the money. They don't need the money. Yeah? Owned by the richest man in Africa. Well, him and Aliko always do this, but owned by the richest man in Africa, Johan Rupert. They don't need the money, to be honest with you. There's a sleep that you get when you get 3 points, man. I haven't had that sleep in a while. Rather leave now than being played 2 years in SA. That's true, Wahib. That's true. Player of the year all day would be Ikram, says Wahib. Remember, he failed Supersport, so I'm worried about that, says Agent. Maybe he's a one-team player. Richest man in Africa, Wahib. Wait. Richest man in Africa. Okay, yeah. They go up and down. It's now Aliko who's number 1. Let's see. Aliko is number 1. Aliko Tangote, man who wanted to buy Arsenal at some point. $13.9 billion. $13.9 billion. And then you have Johan Rupert, who's sitting on $10.1 billion. He was on 10.7 last year. And then Tate Motsepe is number 9, $2.7 billion. So that just tells you who owns Stellenbosch. $8 billion more than Motsepe, but they have gone into deals together. They co-own, well, they've got a large share together of the Bulls. They own Boelan together, a team, another rugby team, that side. So, yeah. And then, Stellenbosch is owned by the Stellenbosch Sport something. Stellenbosch Sport something, which is wholly owned. It's a wholly owned subsidiary of Remgro, which is Rupert's company. So they don't need the money. They don't need the money, guys. Kekezo says, I got the same sleep last night on Friday when Abanye got humbled. He's second in Africa, yeah. Everything you buy in SA or Africa is likely to be owned by Rupert. Yes. And people don't know this. People don't know this. You know, Stellenbosch's sponsor is Rama. It's written Rama on front. He owns Rama. Rama that you put on your bread, it's his. So it's like Batubutu sponsoring Mamelodi Sundowns. Rama, but we don't speak about it a lot because we don't see it. But anyway, the point was that Stellenbosch doesn't need the money, and Stellenbosch is most probably going to be playing Champions League next year if Pirates doesn't catch up to them. So just go for it. Pirates, of course, is going to be looking to right the wrongs of this season. This season, Pirates got the chance to play in the Champions League. They had to go through the preliminary rounds, and they were beaten eventually by Ijwaneng Galaxy over those 2 legs, and sadly didn't make it into the group stages, right? So they're trying to get into the group stages because the big question that people are asking about Pirates is, Mara guys, you guys have won 3 trophies in 18 months, which is incredible. But can you take the next step and go into Africa? We can't have Mamelodi Sundowns being the only team serious enough to go play consistently in the CAF Champions League while you guys are also there with the history and the pedigree and the star that you guys have, you know? So that's very, very interesting to see. But like we said, they are competing with Stellenbosch, who themselves won their first trophy, the Carling Knockout Cup. So they're going to be looking to go forward. They also announced the women's team, by the way. Stellenbosch has bought the Stellenbosch University ladies team. They now have a women's team. They extended all the contracts of the most important people. So Titus, Ikram Reyners, Adams, Stevens, I've got us three other players who they've extended for long-term contracts. So best believe they're getting very serious. And it's going to be scary because on the one hand, Stellenbosch getting serious is scary. But if Johan Rupert gets serious, also infrastructurally, as Wahib brings up right now, they've got a high-performance center there in Stellenbosch. They're building everything. They've got all types of infrastructure there in Stellenbosch, as Wahib has said here. So Stellenbosch could be a very serious team, a very scary team in the next coming years if they make the right decisions. They're also number one. Good DDC. Actually, I almost forgot. They're number one in the multi-choice idiski challenge. Kanabaring the dstv idiski challenge. Is that a penalty? Penene, bro. Pirates have won a penalty. All this is happening.
Penalty.
So yeah, it's very interesting. Tabo says, what an interesting game of football. Well, we're about to get a penalty. Oh, where was the contact? Where was the contact? The contact was outside. The contact was outside. How is the ref going to look at this one? Because it's not a penalty. Paris is going to be the champion in the Champions League next year, says Sky. Tulifero says Chiefs doesn't want a women's team. Chiefs are not serious. They actually asked, they tried to buy Janine van Beek's team, JVW ladies. They tried to buy Janine van Beek's team, but the offer they put down was way too low. Are they still calling it a penalty? Yo. Okay, so for those who are referees there in the comments, is this a situation where the content carries into the box and that's fine? Or is it that the defender is standing outside the box and the contact does not go into the box? Because now that I watch it again,
I benefited and I have no shame.
It feels like a benefit. That's not a penalty.
What bafana, man. Oh, what?
That's not a penalty. But here we go. Tito stepping up to take the penalty. Let's see. Oh, scored by Tito. Tito scores his penalty. Orlando Pirates is up 1-0. 28 minutes in. Orlando Pirates is up 1-0. Let me just update the score. And now it's all for Royal M to do. Yeah, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. But get it, guys. PSL refs are always the stars of the show. Every day they're the stars of the show. Every day. It's outside. Fisto says by law it's not a penalty, guys. This is what we want, entertaining football, high press, end-to-end stuff. Maraprativo was it end-to-end though. Lerato says, but at first glance I would give it 2. I wouldn't give it. And the reason why, even at first glance, I wouldn't give it is because if you look at where the defender ends up standing, so the contact is done, the defender is still standing outside the box. Didn't take a step back, didn't do anything. So maybe that's what should have been the dead giveaway, that Utito yes but the defender standing outside the box comfortably even. Let's see if Royal AM can reply. Royal AM, of course, they're playing at the Heracles Stadium after a deal was signed with Royal AM, where the municipality where the Heracles Stadium is located would be giving them, I believe it was 3 million rand a year for the next 3 years or something like that. Oh, George. Hey, offside, always. Can we also benefit on Thursday? Let's try. Let's try. Stellenbosch needs a coach like Pitso. Let Barker cook, Wahib. Let Barker cook. DDC number 1, PSL number 2, they've won a trophy. Let Barker cook. Let's at least see what he looks like in Africa. Sky says, Lady Luck on our side. They have all the money in SA, but are more smarter than usual, says Wahib. But the Pirates will score now again. Watch the space, says Wahib. The sad part is that I don't think, hi Matlaba, I know you're playing versus your former team. It's not Matlaba, I was about to say. That defense of Pirates, guys, that defense of Pirates is shaky, man. That defense of Pirates is shaky. Oh, when Pirates benefits is luck, when Sundowns does it, it's brown envelope. Hey, I never say anything about brown envelope. I keep telling you guys every time I'm on the show, the thoughts and views expressed by the panelists or the commenters or even the host don't necessarily reflect the views of Overthinking Football and its organization. Please, I tell you guys all the time. Please. Again. They should have given that pen to Mabasa for the golden boot. Oh, Reina's gonna come out and score 2 more tomorrow or the next time they play. He's making them good, but give them a final and see where it goes if they face big names. Tepang says benefiting, I see. Look benefit. Defend. Unfortunately, I can't. Copyright is very strict on TikTok, especially for some of us creators. For some reason, TikTok is very, 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 very strict with me. I've already been banned a few times where they just thought something was happening. So I can't play any sounds. I can't play any video. I can't even tell you any weird links. All I'm allowed to say is you can watch the game on DSTV channel 202 or on the DSTV stream app. That's all I'm allowed to say. Or else bazong ban. You know, once I got banned because I held my pen like this. And they said I was smoking. We as Pirates benefited and we have no shame. We want them 5 times in a row, says Tosh. I don't know. Let's ask the other Pirates fans if they're fine with it. Pirates paying refs, says Tepag again. Allegedly. Evan, you guys want me to get into trouble. I don't like talking about refs. And the reason why I don't like talking about refs is that, unfortunately, in SA, the refs are the star of the show every single game. It's always something to do with the referees. They missed the call. They made the wrong call. They didn't see the thing. It was not a handball. We've seen extreme ones, like when a goalkeeper was pushed into the goal and they gave the goal. Hey, we've seen some things. So for me, it really feels like this season, it goes around and comes around. Everybody's going to be screwed by a ref at some point. Everybody's going to win because of a ref at some point. So I don't necessarily like to speak about them that much. We can all complain about what refs have done to us this season. So until that gets better, we can't change anything. And you know what's funny? I don't know if VAR is going to change anything. My hot take is that VAR will not change anything to do with our referee. It's going to become a situation where we watch these, oh, here comes Wahib was Wahib had made a prediction that Paris is going to score now, and Saleng got a chance and hit it over pole. That's that run that Saleng loves so much. But he could have put it down, eh? Like he could have actually crossed that ball for Mabasa. I see what he was trying to do, obviously. But if he had decided to just look up, he could have placed the ball in front of Mabasa. Come Monday, they'll tell us the referees are human. Alright? Guys, today I'm going to be back at 8 p.m. I'm going to be back at 8 p.m. I think the reviews get in the way of our chats. So at 8 p.m. tonight, I'm going to be back. We're going to do the review show where we'll speak about the 3 matches that we watched together at 8 p.m. So I think I'm going to make that a thing that on Sundays, 8 p.m., we come together and we speak about what happened over the weekend so that during the week, we can speak about the hot topics in football because I think we've been missing out on that. So guys, join me again 8 p.m. tonight. I'll be back here. That's where we'll discuss. We'll discuss Mamelodi Sundowns, the Mamelodi Sundowns game. We'll discuss the Chiefs game. We'll discuss the Pirates game. And we're going to see how this one is going to end. Hey, bo cameraman. They can't give you a right angle for when you have to see some things and you're questioning some decisions. But hey, they will go out and find all the women in the crowd. Please follow if you have not followed. Please follow and tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. This guy says up the bucks, and Tuli says, "Is it that difficult to get VAR in our league?" It's expensive. It's expensive. So the problem with VAR and the reason why it's so hard to implement here is that FIFA only allow for there's one vendor. It's the guys that also do Hawkeye. If you remember Hawkeye from cricket, they're the only vendors that are allowed to implement VAR. And then when you implement VAR, it has to be implemented at all stadiums. So all the stadiums within the PSL, the top league, would have to get VAR, including like your Herikwalas and all of those places. You have to train up people, so all the rest would have to be trained, as well as the people who are going to be running the VAR, the head VAR, whatever, would also have to be doing that. Currently, Jerome Damon, those who remember him, he was one of the more famous refs. He's the head of VAR training at CAF, but there's a lot of monies that come into that. You need at least 12 cameras at every stadium. You need to install those things and have all of those things running. So apparently it's incredibly expensive for the league. And I think also because the league has issues with SAFA. If you remember correctly, guys, the PSL does not run referees in the country. So the PSL most probably looks at SAFA and says, this should be a SAFA issue and SAFA should be funding this. And the SAFA then looks at the PSL and says the same thing because they've got that beef. So who's fitting the bill? Who's doing all of that stuff? I think those are the questions. But yeah, over and above that, the big thing is that it's expensive. It's heavily expensive to implement. So yeah, that's why we're not seeing VAR really. Maybe if FIFA had allowed an open tender type system where anybody could, if you have the capabilities, if you pass some tests, you could run it. Maybe that could help because you could look at the partners that you have in the league for Supersport, and because they already have a lot of that, not necessarily the full functionality, but the cameras and all of that stuff already, you could possibly do that. If maybe they could also allow a roving VAR system. So maybe instead of having every stadium have to have VAR, you set it up on a day-to-day basis. That could be a little bit easier. But that is the issue with VAR right now. And then that ref analysis is poor. Officiating is bad, but we are grateful. That's what I'm saying. You cry today, you laugh tomorrow. It is what it is. Arsenal winning 2-0. Danko! Wait. That's my other team doing the business. I thought that match was starting at 4. 3-0 actually. 3-0. 41 minutes in, we are beating Tottenham 3-0. Yeah? As it stands, we stay top. We are beating. And sorry, Liverpool. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You guys don't even want to give Klopp a nice send-up. Send off. Hi, guys. 3 matches left in the EPL. Let's see. We're cruising nicely. Yeah? Across the pond in England.
We are cruising nicely.
Tango. So Bati, 3 weeks in a row benefits cause that's working overtime. Hey, Mara, you guys, these things you say, allegedly. Oh, Sundowns can borrow them the money for VAR. You know what's funny, Tepang? Here's the funny part. I know you're joking, right? But I foresee that the Motsepe Foundation is going to have to jump into this. I foresee that the Motsepe Foundation is going to jump in at some point, and they're going to go, we're going to be sponsoring either SAFA or the PSL some of the money to get VAR. But apparently it's obscenely expensive. Like, there was a figure floated around, and I don't know how true the figure is, but there was a figure floated around that per stadium, it was going to be Boma 30 mil, if I'm not mistaken, per stadium. And that's outside of running it each game, each match. So it's a very expensive system to run. And no lie, I think what's going to happen is that we're going to see either MultiChoice is going to step in and do some sort of rights deal to the VAR thing, if possible, or the Motsepe Foundation is also going to put down some money. The Motsepe Foundation is also going to put down some money. I think that's going to happen. Rather ask Stellenbosch. Yeah, Stellenbosch. Well, Rupert could fund anything in the PSL. Rupert could fund the whole league and not lose any sleep. He could fund the entire league and not lose not an ounce of sleep. Not an ounce of sleep. $10 billion. $10 billion. That's 180 billion rand in his sleep. If you all think Motsepe is money, that man who owns Stellenbosch, let's see, damn, I thought it was only goal line technology that was trademarked. I think it's the same guys, actually, the goal line technology. The problem is that FIFA has created a closed vendor system. So you can't get other vendors than these guys. I'm sure there's a ton of people that do goal line technology and VAR and things like that, but yeah. And again, goal line technology would also be an added expense on top. You'd need to get other technologies and other cameras and other things for that. So yeah, I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon, to be honest with you. Wahib, thank you so much for the gift. If Nottingham Forest can do the job, Nottingham must just do their job, man. Stellies will win the semi and Sundowns will win the league match. Do you really need VAR? Tabo, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys ever watched those videos where they speak about VAR and they play the recordings. There was one that somebody put into the group. And one of the recordings was VAR. And the ref called a goal. It was offside, ref called a goal. VAR goes, no, that's offside, it's not a goal. Ref carries on with his decision. VAR jumps in and goes, no, but guy, we said no goal. Ref heard them say goal. He said no goal. Then by the time they've reviewed it and the head VAR person has stepped in, literally you can hear the recording. The head person says, guys, there's nothing we can do. I can guarantee you that there's going to be a lot. Oh, George hitting the crossbar. He hit Buthelezi. Well, let's call it a save from Buthelezi, who put it onto the crossbar. I would foresee a lot of those type of decisions still happening here in SA, to be honest with you, with our guys. And you won't have any recourse. You won't have any recourse. Deal with you. Even PG Mo, after something has gone wrong in terms of VAR, at least they apologize and they send people to go and speak to the teams. Ooh, Riley M. Crossbar. What is the Motsepe strategy? Just explain, Wahib, what you mean by that. Tepang says, guys, Riley M is playing some very nice football. This game is open. I really think that Pirates defense, I don't know. Agent says, imagine CAF can only do it for the quarters to the finals only. You see, Agent, and that's what in CAF Champions League, it's only 16 stadiums. Only 16 teams take part. I know they did it for AFL. For AFL, all the teams that did it, they designate a stadium. I know Sundowns was Loftus, and then CAF went and brought in the VAR stuff. Had some issues in some countries, but they brought it in. But if CAF can only do it for 8 teams, can you imagine the 16 teams that are the PSL and the amount of games that happen every day? Yo, guys, it's too much. Former referee should be in charge, says Wahib. Which former referees, Wahib? Which former referees? How former referees have scandals of their own? When you see Ace Ngobo and you see Victor Hlongwane, hey, maybe what, do you go get a Daniel Bennett? Maybe. Jerome Damon is already working for CAF. Tippett doesn't have money, don't be fooled. Hey, I'm not getting into that one. Napoleon says a good football infrastructure, then VAR will be introduced to SA football. And Tuli says that's not a card for Buteles. It should be. Handle the ball outside the box. I'm here with so many scriptures of Motsepe has everything in SA football running under his name, and no players come from the. Well, to be fair to him, his academy was. Didn't they win DDC last year, or was it Stellies? Stellies won last year. Anyway, guys, we're heading to halftime. Please remember that you are able to come in and join me so we can speak about what we saw in the first half. So I will let in 6 people, and then if we can get to 15,000 likes, then I will keep it going for the second half, and everybody will be able to come in on a rotating basis to speak and tell me what they think about what they're seeing. So let's try to get to 15,000 likes. And those that want to jump in, remember, we're speaking Pirates. Get ready. I'll tell you when. A button will appear that says multi-guest. Click on that button. I let you in. You have your say live. Another free kick. Yo, set pieces. They're killing Pirates on set pieces. Pirates. I don't trust that defense. I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. I do not trust that defense at all. I just want to make sure that I'm tracking how many likes are coming in. Okay, we're on 3.5. If we can get to 15,000, guys, I keep it open. I keep it open, and we speak throughout the thing. But for now, let me just go to halftime. And we can chat. What did I do? Oh, there we go. Just starting up the multi-guest, guys. Apologies. Okay. Guys, you can request and we can speak about what we're seeing here. For me, I think this game was a little bit slow. I think both teams, for lack of a better term, both teams look, a little bit off it. They look tired. And you could see it in the gameplay. It is a fairly open game. They are going backwards and forwards. Pirates hasn't gone up into the gear that they need to go and win this. The penalty, of course, was not a penalty. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this game. But it's not the best when we talk about football. Sky, thank you for the roses as well as Wahib. Wahib, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
For the roses.
Wahib, are you with me?
Yeah, Uti, I can hear, Uti. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you perfectly. I think I was the one who's a bit far away. Tell me, what did you think of this game, Wahib?
I do think it's still 50-50.
Yeah.
Even though Pirates has the lead, it's still a 50-50 match. I do think we need to build up more from the back. And the
Yeah.
midfield has to a little bit to drop a little bit more deeper for the stability, not to concede that goal. I rather take the clean sheet than take the 2-1, 3-1 victory. The clean sheet would be important. It's very nice to see that both teams are getting corners, and it's about like 4-3 corners or whatever the stats over there. And the passing of the team, they need to be more clinical up front. Not just taking shot, but also giving the final pass to open up space. The wings are wide open. At Pirates, I don't know what's causing it, because the chances that IM is producing can punish us, and only problem I have is with the yellow card on on our centre back. It's gonna be a very difficult second half if we don't make the substitution for our centre back that's on the yellow card.
Okay. I'm going to come back because there's something I want to ask you with regards to that. Alson Tabi, o robetse jwang maobane o tseba hore 3 points again?
Yeah, re thabile re na taba le hore even today hwa jwa kapo hwa wina ha re batle eo.
Mara ke mo ya leader Pirates Alson Tabi. We bona jwang game in.
Ka penalty ba sa deserving. Butleng ka o bua ka o leader ka penalty ba sa deserving. Ho jana batho ba korile goal fans kwene re tlo e ba leader mara ke ratse ba try to benefita ka everything. As long as fela bona ba na le 3 point. Ho jana no entswe ko Royal AM. O no tlo utlwa ka mkgo ba tlo bolela ka mkgo di coach di etsang jwang di referee di etsang eng. Jwale ka ba ne ka bona ke a tseba kupolo ya bo butigutso e pompa madi e monate ba monate ha ba no e bona ile go ntwe entsweng ke referee today.
Ha ba tlo bua next.
Ba tla bua jwang ba le happy ka penalty ene e tsa tla e teng. Re tla shebella fela Royal AM ya batho ya try empa fela o hana ene jwale le referee o utlwa o sa banya hamisitse ba jwale o santsa ba bontsha hore yena o hulela kae.
Mara tshwantse o re allegedly Alson Tabi. How? Hey, le batla o ntshwarisa lona.
Ke tsba mfela ko re batho ba benefitile. A penalty e sa hlokehile.
Okay, Alson Tabi. Erike kenye Prastomi. Prastomi, welcome to the show.
Loti.
We want to the first half, Prastomi.
Mna dibukele iTottenham neArsenal. Mara manje ndikhoba pha manibuya. Ndibona sekuthiwa yipenalty. And ke ngoku ipenalty yakhona akokho nto sayithetha thina bayayazi abantu uba yintoni ya. Yeah, I am happy mna kwento yokudala ucoacha bebekudala bekhala ngazo bayazi bona uba ziyenzeka. Yeah, abantu kufuneka bayazi uba xa sithi i-mistakes ezenziwa ngoo-refs are costing teams. Maybe ngathi it only applies to certain coaches, I apply kwenye teams.
Yeah.
That was a clear benefit there. And ke ngoku siyayibona uba kwenziwa by all means kufuneka beye ku-Champions League, of which is abazuya. I-Stellenbosch asizuvuma novuma thina. Ngoku ezi controversies sizibonayo zenzelwe for the remaining games so that if iyaslipa i-Stellenbosch banyuke baye ku-position 2, because that was not a penalty. And anyone what is a penalty there, mna ufuna diagnose kwanamhlanje. Because something is wrong.
Okay, Prastomi.
And ndifuna la maqoka akhona ndiyawazi azawufika apha adifende into engekhoyo abeyazi uba ayopenalty ya.
Okay, I'm gonna come back, Prastomi. I just want to play one thing.
I benefited and I have no shame.
Let me go to Wahib. Let me quickly go to Wahib. Wahib, tell me about Royal AM. I think this Pirates defense, like you said, the wings are open, but also it seems very shaky. But Royal AM doesn't look like they want to exploit that too much. Both of the teams look like, man, they're on holiday.
I'm going to take a deeper. Royal AM is showing respect to Pirates, in other words. They're showing too much respect. And for Pirates, if they see that they get too relaxed on the ball,
Yeah.
and that is the biggest problem. I do think Pirates is not comfortable with the back four. I do think they usually love the 3-4-3 formation
Yes.
with Otto on the left wing back, and that is the difference today. I think Ribeiro had made 2 big decisions today. He has played Mabasa and Saleng together. It's a surprise for me. Mafukeng also started, so it's a big shift of team. And I do think on the bench there is Kapinga who can come on and make the midfield stable. I want to see more stable midfield, winning the ball back quicker, and Kapinga brings that urgency in midfield. I would love to see the striker.
Yeah.
I would like to see another striker coming on. Makopa is on the bench. Maybe see him in the last 15-20 minutes since he's coming back from injury. We need to score the other goal before the 70th minute, because Royal AM is gonna get out of that comfort zone and think, let's go for this.
Yeah. But I want to ask you about that defense that you mentioned now. They're used to playing in a 3, we know that, but also there's nobody who's necessarily picking up the ball there by the CDM side. So when you look at Mbata and Makaula, we all know that Koki, Sesana, and Maela, none of them want to play that ball. Is that something that could hurt Pirates later on in the game?
Maybe it could be, but I don't see it's gonna be too dangerous for Pirates when they make the substitutions, because they can be very effective in the midfield, and we need to shut that midfield down. The wings are the biggest problem, because the midfield gets to suck too much, and when they get sucked in, Pirates get exploited.
Okay. Alson Tabi, Royal AM, like you said, Bazama, they had some free kicks, Karababa, Bulaya, Pirates, Kari set piece. Why game ena is cinnamon 12 excitement? Okay, I think Alson Tabi high. Let me ask that to Prastomi. Prastomi, hey, Gambe, you are watching half and half that side. Let me bring him Mthandeni again. Mthandeni, tell me, Mthandeni. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Tell me, what are you seeing from this game?
Yeah, I think from my point, it's a good idea from Jose,
Okay.
which is the Pirate coach. We have seen when Paris is too much excited, they end up losing position, starting doing silly mistakes.
Yeah.
So at this point in the time of the season, I think we're starting to get it right now by preventing unnecessary goals coming in and ensure that the team stick to the plan, which is getting the 3 points, regardless of which football played.
But aren't you afraid? I mean, the stats say Royal AM at 4 opportunities, 2 on target, Pirates at 4 opportunities, 2 on target, and you're currently only ahead because of a benefiting penalty. What aren't you afraid where this game could turn, because Royal AM has had their chances?
No, looking at that, bro, I think that is how the game. This is how the game. Most of the games are won in the PSL, because even these Sundowns, they're gonna they're gonna just try and head you, but if you retaliate, they're gonna maximize on your mistakes. So I think now Pirates, the only thing they know is that we have 1 goal. Should Royal maybe try and equalize? Surely Pirates can preserve the energy that are reserving for now to say, let us go on them, let us attack them. But if Pirates gonna keep on attacking them, they're gonna bring Royal to the game, and for me, I think they are too much dangerous when they are on the game. But those delaying tactics and boring game tactics, I think around 65 minutes is going to start benefiting Pirates, and that is where the tempo of the game is going to rise up.
Wahib, how does Royal AM win this game? If you were John Maduka, what would you do in order to take advantage of this Pirates team?
To be crucial, I'll rather have my wingbacks, the two. I'll rather have the one moving further up and keeping on the right side, leaving in the back three.
Okay.
Keeping one midfielder would be very, very good for Royal AM. Then they usually have a four at the back, with the one of the midfielders staying intact with the back three, and they would have more attacking areas to go into. And Royal AM is very aggressive on the ball, which make them more dangerous than Pirates. And I do think when Royal AM is in front of the post, they looking for too many options. They should be clinical. They should try and score and not try and give the final pass.
What's your score prediction, Wahib?
Pirates 2-0.
Okay. Let me go to Mtandeni. Mtandeni, if you are John Maduka, what would you do in the second half to try and get at least the goal back and maybe win this game?
I think now it's only a matter of I think he must start introducing that boy. Push Celine George a bit front. Tell Makwele not to panic. I think Makwele is the side whereby on the side of Mayela there are so many crosses coming in.
Yeah.
And then Mahlasela as well. I think Mahlasela must just go back to the central midfield because him and Celine George playing straight forward to the D line. I think they can be more dangerous. I'm not saying now they should start maybe shooting the ball and everything, but I think instead of that, they can just try and play 6 yards ball because you see Pirates when they defend, they're all going into the box, not leaving anyone on the D line, and that is where most of the mistakes are. And one thing that is concerning me now on the PSL is that most players cannot create penalties. Immediately you have 6-4 guys in the box, surely you can create something.
Yeah.
Make them do mistakes. So Rona M doesn't do that. Instead, they want to cross the ball at height, whereby Melus is very high for we using his hands, and it's not dangerous for him. But try and penetrate more. Mahlasela must be involved there. Must be in. Ndlovu must take the guys inside. You have seen him taking Monyane. He must just go directly. Surely they can get a penalty out of that.
Well, Mtandeni, can you tell me what your prediction is for this game?
I think Pirates will score 3. I think they will score 3 because as I told you, around 65 minutes the game tempo is gonna change for Pirates specifically. I think Roller M won't be able to score a goal because they've messed up so many chances whereby they're supposed to maximize the chances.
Wahib, how much will these yellow cards play into this game? You know, Toki is already on a yellow card. Do you think that the ref number 1 is fine for those yellow cards, and then will they have an impact?
I do think the yellow cards would be more effective in the second half because the referee knows what these Royal AM players are up to. They are playing to hurt Pirates as players. And when the referee needs to be more lenient, he has to be more lenient to me because Pirates is also on a yellow card. And Pirates also made a sub in the first half. We took off the right back. So I do think it's a risk to taking off the center back. So I hope Pirates can only be more effective in the final third. Mabasa should score the second goal and the game is sealed.
Okay. Mtandeni, how much are these yellow cards going to play into this game?
Yeah, very big time, bro. But as I told you before, I don't think my Maduga and this team understand the impact they are making in that defense of Pirates. For me, I could say that Makwele, that Ndlovu, Celine George, also that guy Mahlasela, they might just penetrate through Pirates. Surely we are bound to make mistakes. Remember, Kogi is comfortable with the ball, but he's very slow. Should they go directly to them, they're gonna frustrate them. I think they can make Kogi not wanna commit too much. So for me, I'll say especially for Makaula, is not that much protective today. So for Rola, takes on George directly, follow him with Matkasela, the two wing backs or the two wingers, they should just try and penetrate through the box. That's the only way they can score. But regardless of that, they cannot get a goal, man.
Okay. No, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, guys, if we can get to 15,000 likes, I can keep it open and we can carry on rolling and speaking about what we're seeing here. Everybody will get their time. We are back. Hey, Supersport just jumped back into the game before we could probably get in properly. So on my timer, I am about 30 seconds behind. So just add 45 and 30 seconds and you have what the time is for this game. Currently the 47th minute. Pirates has a 1-0 lead versus Royal AM. They have brought on Umunyane. I just didn't see who came off. I'll just watch out for it there. But yeah, look, guys, I think in this game, it's another situation where we have a PSL team that doesn't know how to take advantage of things that are happening there in that Pirates defense. Number one, Pirates is playing a defense that is not used to playing with each other that much, but also it's a back four. And what happens with Pirates in a back four is that the two guys on the wings go. The two guys who are playing left and right back go when they leave a back two, and those two can be moved out of position. Koki is not comfortable when he has to be moved out to the wing. We saw that's how he got the yellow card. So Royal AM has to start taking advantage of those type of things. Royal AM has also been very strong when it comes to their set plays. I think Pirates has been very uncomfortable with set plays in and around their box. Cedric George hit the crossbar. There's been uncomfortable moments where the ball was played in and Pirates couldn't deal with it. So it's really up to Royal AM to come out and do a little bit more of that, because Orlando Pirates, let's be honest, yes, they've had the ball, yes, they've been playing, but they haven't been effective in terms of taking this game on. They've got the same amount of shots, same amount of total shots, same amount of shots on target. So it hasn't been like Pirates has been bossing this game either. And I think, as Wahib said, there's a little bit too much respect that Royal AM is playing Pirates with here. And if they're not careful, that 1-0 could become a 2-0 and they could lose everything that they had been playing so well with in the first half. So let's see how this game will pan out. So Libito won't be available for the cup game. I believe so. Mtizo, Libito went off. But you've got Munyane. I think Munyane does what Libito can do. I don't think it's that much of a train smash. I mean, pre-Libito, when you only had Munyane and Shandu and were busy making that sub all the time, I think maybe that becomes an issue. But now with Munyane back, they pretty much do the same thing. The only issue is that it seems as though Saleng tucks inside now. So you don't necessarily have wide players. Pirates has been exposed without a middleman. I've always been an advocate, Wahib, for Undlondlo, and I don't think Undlondlo wants to play anymore. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I don't think Undlondlo is a name that you can call on. Very instrumental at the beginning of the season, but now there goes Munyane making the first. Wait, is Munyane playing left back? Interesting. Oh. Look at how slow Pirates is playing, man. I think that's what's hurting them more than anything. They usually overwhelm teams, but they're playing so slow. Okay, here comes Saleng. You see, what happened there is one of the reasons why I don't understand PSL teams and their insistence to try and make, their dangerous wide players or their dangerous speed players into crossers. You see the same thing with Dupreez. You can't take a Saleng and ask him to cross the ball. I'm sorry. He has to be an inside threat. But we have this insistence. We really want to make them, to grow them and change their positions and have them evolve. It doesn't work out, guys. It doesn't work out. Saleng is not as threatening, man. And Mfukeng is out of this game. I don't think I've seen Mfukeng outside of the corner that he took. Mfukeng is nowhere to be seen in this game. It also feels like they're tired. Why does this game feel like it's like a very tired game? Matiko Kapinga, then we should switch tactically from 4-2-3-1 to a 4-1-4-1. That could be very interesting. I do like the 4-2-3-1, but then if you can allow Saleng to play not as a winger, but more as an inside forward, then you'd see something here. They also can't progress the ball. There's no one who progresses the ball there, Pirates. Makaula and Mbata, no one's progressing the ball, to be honest with you. They're playing a lot of wing stuff. And that's forcing those guys very wide, the dangerous Pirates players, very, very wide. Pasa Polo, why are you holding the ball? Yevan. Sky says Utladisa needs more game time. Friction says Pirates must bench Mfukeng right now. They must put in Utladisa. Saleng should play in the false 9. Yeah, bring him centrally, man. This boy's too young and it's showing now. Nobody progresses, no progressive passes, so we need Kapinga to disrupt our interchange. I would actually argue that Pirates need somebody to come and pick up the ball. I see Utladisa in the attacking phases, but somebody needs to be there to pick up the ball from Buteles. Or else like this, they go wide directly to, look at that space in the middle. Because you've got 2 CDMs. I don't know who I'd put there. Ndlondlo used to play that position very well. Mara, he's been off and on. It doesn't seem like he loves football anymore. But the midfield is dead for the Pirates. Here comes Mfukeng. Support. Why would you go there? Marumatlabanai. Go. Pirates almost got there. Marumatlabanai. They play it to a man. The man plays it back to somebody. There's 2 of you. Why would both of you run to that guy and leave the space of... Guys, PSL players. Those are the small details that really get on my nerves about PSL football. Those are the things that really get on my nerves. Look, cross-field play, right? You go to the man. You see you've got support. You leave your man to go in behind you and have space. Why would you do that? No, guys. Hey, maybe our defending, maybe the things that we were taught defending doesn't go to these guys. Danko, let's go start from the back. It's too risky for us to play Dlamini. Mfukeng is under development stages, and this is good for his game time. I like Mfukeng, but I think, again, Pirates is a one-dimensional team. That's what Pirates is. Pirates plays quick, fast football. They can't play slow, boring football. They shoot themselves in the foot. Saleng, Mfukeng, you could argue Tito, need high-tempo games. Guys, let's be honest about this game. If not for that penalty, what has Pirates done? If not for that penalty, here they come, gold. And there we go, gold. As I say that, number 41 scores. Umbata comes in and scores the goal. It is 2-0. Pirates is leading 2-0. Pirates is leading 2-0. There we go. We all like Mfukeng, but we like Pirates most as Friction. Mfukeng in this game is being overworked. Come on, guys. Chairman. Mara chairman, we need chairman to play in the game, guys. Okay, it's 2-0. It's 2-0. Completely different game right now. Now, Pirates, this boring thing they were doing works. Let's see what happened here. Mara! Again, Mataba. A ball is played into the defense. The man is making an inside run. Mataba starts by running outside, then coming back. Guys, what do they teach these defenses? That makes no sense. That goal that just got scored right now makes no sense. You have nobody, you're the left back, fine. You have nobody running on your outside. How can somebody beat you inside? Can somebody please explain that to me? Guys, Danko OT, I've told you about this first 15 minutes we need to score. That's true. What was that? Yeah, Phil, they scored at least. Can't, Temba. I can't, unfortunately. Chairman is in the stand. Chairman even has a drink. Chairman is having a nice time there up there. Do you see the pass from Sangano? Says friction. Happy people says sky. No, guys, the Pirates scored, but Yo, Matlaba's a bad defender. Matlaba's a bad defender. There's no way that ball should have been dangerous. Matlaba and the guy who's playing left center back, no way. Look, he's going to make that run again. Just make the run by Matlaba. Look at the outside man. I really am. What do Pirates do from here? Would be getting the ball back more quicker. It's time for Pirates to turn up the volume, I think. Time for Pirates to turn up the volume. You can already see that Raleigh M defense is dejected. They're gone now. They're gone. Tavo says, who's next? Look, again. Left-hand side again. Left-hand side. Aye. Who's coming on? Lamine and Mtetwa. Why, Jose? Pirates, come on, we need 6 goals. Why, Jose? Saleng comes off. Kolki comes off. Okay, Kolki makes sense. Why would you take Saleng off when you 2-0 up, Jose? This is when Saleng... Yo, guys. This is when Saleng shines. If I was Pirates, I would just tell them to go up the right-hand side. Their right-hand side. If you can keep on hitting the left-hand side of Royal AM's defense, you will have a lot of joy. Because hauna batho, hauna motho kwa. Matlaba's non-existent there. That's a great sub. Keep Saleng ready for the cup match. Fantastic management. I would more want a confident Saleng going into the cheaper game. If I'm being 100% honest, I would more want Saleng to have his tail up, to have 2 goals going into that thing, because you can score a lot more goals in this game. Easily. They're not going to struggle. Thank you, Pratemba. The problem is copyright, Pratemba. If I show games here, I'm gonna get banned. So I can't show the games here. I can't even play sound. I know there's other people that are allowed to do it. I get banned every single time. I don't know why. I can't explain. Here's another code. Selfish. Play the ball across. Nali code. Pirates still have the ball. Nali code. Do you see why Matlaba? Look at the left-hand side. Matlaba only got back now. There's no defense here. There is no defense here. Pirates needs to leave with 5-0 here. There's no defense here.
I haven't seen us defend like that.
I have not seen people defend like this. I have never seen people defend like this. You know how I was saying in the first half that Pirates' left and right backs tend to leave? Raleigh left back. "61 minutes in, Orlando Pirates is 2-0 up. Remember, guys, I'm 30 seconds behind. So just add 40 minutes and 30 seconds and you'll have the time. That is what the match is. We're currently 2-0. Talentemba just scored the second goal. See what I was saying about Mfukeng says friction. Oh, ball played across. Oh, Royal AM showing signs of life. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? To who? Counter. Counter, Pirates. Counter. Counter. Make the run. No, don't take short. Make the run. Right into the space. There we go. Oh, Makaula. Oh, Makaula. Oh, back pass, Makaula. Look now. Chinchy side, boy. Chinchy side. Ah. Aye. There's no defenders here, guys. No, there's no defenders. There's no defenders at Royal AM. Logically, I'm a defender. The game has gone to the other side. How is the man beating me inside when he's the only guy and there's two people? He gets the ball inside. What do PSL players do all day? No. I'm gonna look for this footage. I need to do some not even a tactical breakdown, just a logic breakdown. There's no way. What do these guys do? Nje. Please show us the chance again. SABC must, Supersport must show us the chance again. Huh? Wahib says, I do think Pirates are happy with 2-0 scoreline. Yeah, no, the decision making has been bad from Pirates. This game should at least be 3-0 by now. At least be 3-0 right now. PSL players are playing FIFA every day. Clearly, because I don't understand. Maybe Jose should bring in Kapinga. Give Kapinga a run in a dead rubber game. Look. The way these Spaitu. Yeah, Spaitu. Siyadliwa but now Bamba. Okay, let's see. Yo. No. I can't watch anymore because they're wasteful, says Wahib. I'm going to open it up. Let me open it up so I can hear what you guys are saying. I just want to ask you one thing first before you talk. What defending is that? Please, can you explain to me what defending is that from Royal AM?
I think the manager's watching the Netherlands team of the 1950s. Everyone running to the ball. Every player chasing one ball. Defending the old style. I went out of the room. I'm standing outside. I can't watch Pirates like this, man. They're very disappointing with the chances. How can you not score? Is it the decision making or is it part of the plan? The plan is to score goals. But if we're playing like this now, I can't see any improvement even in the substitutions.
What do you think of the Saleng sub? Because for me, I think if you want more goals, when you 2-0 up and you see the defense is taking, the best thing is to keep Saleng on the pitch.
Yes, that's the true OT. You want to keep Saleng on the right, but you have to manage the game well because the Royal AM players are running the whole pitch full. They might show, and we know he's a very dangerous player. I would have loved to see him playing also in the centre forward position as the false nine. But Mabasa, and there's also the one that came now back from injury, is also still on the bench. So I do think we need to balance the squad very well. And I'm not surprised with the substitution, not at all.
Do you think we're going to see Kapinga, Otladisa? Why aren't we seeing these players at least get a run in these games?
I'm crying for that guy. I'm crying for Kapinga to come on. I'm crying for Kapinga to come on because he can make that midfield look better. He can shut down the silly passes. He can shut down the creativity of Amazulu. So I do want to see him come on with his mindset that he has. I do think we need him.
Okay, no, Wahib. Guys, it is open. It is open. You can request and jump in. Pratemba, 68 minutes in, 2-0, Pirates is leading. It's a mess right now. So, Royal AM is all over the place, especially in their defense. I think Pirates can score, literally could score 2 or 3 goals here very easily. I think the midfield part of Pirates of Royal AM and the defensive part of Royal AM is gone right now. I would have loved to see Saleng stay on the pitch because he's the type of player where, you know, like I always say, when Pirates is leading, if Pirates scores 2 goals, they could score 5. But it comes from that impetus, that push that is given by players like Saleng. So I would have loved to see Saleng stay on for this game. But also in the second part, you'd love to see a Kapinga, Otladisa come in, especially when the game has now lost the competitive part of it. So now Pirates is running the show. Maduka looks very, very angry, standing there on the side. As it stands, Pirates, of course, would now be 3 points behind Stellenbosch FC. They'd be on the same number of points. They, of course, are chasing Stellenbosch to try to get into the number 2 spot. Pirates' goal difference is 12. So this 2 goals would put them down to a goal difference of 14, whereas Stellenbosch has 2 goals on them. So they've got 35 goals. Pirates have 37 goals, but Stellenbosch has conceded 4 less goals. So if it were to come down to goal difference at the end of the season, should Pirates be able to catch Stellenbosch, then I think goal difference would be very important. And that's why Pirates need to push. They need to make sure that they're going all out for this game. But currently, as it stands, Pirates stays at number 3, but they get 3 points closer to Stellenbosch, who was able to win 5-0 last night. In terms of Royal AM with this loss stays at number 13, even though they will still have another game in hand that could potentially, if they were to win that, put them at number 10. Yeah, around number 10. Because their goal difference is so bad. So it's interesting times in the PSL. It's coming down to crunch time. But let's see how this game pans out. I still think Pirates can do a lot more. I think Pirates, this is one of those games where you show your intent before you go to the cheaper game. This is one of those games. Let's see. We give critics. Someone says you can't criticize the winning team, also criticize when we lose. Oh no, this is not criticizing. This is just technically breaking down stuff. You can't criticize a team that's going to have 3 points in the bag when the game ends. But you can speak about how those points came about and how that is working out. You can't necessarily speak to the result itself. Every now and then you can get better. So I think they can get better. Oh, Chairman. Chairman got that Chimu Chairman, but we don't get to see him on the pitch. Got that Chimu Chairman. At least it's constructive criticism, guys. We're not trying to break down Pirates for the sake of breaking down Pirates. Nero LAM on the same side. You don't want to criticize them. It just comes from what we're seeing. But to be fair to them, they have looked good. Well, not good, but they've looked a little bit more solid over the last 5 minutes. It's less of an open game now. A little bit too late. You guys are losing 2-0. They should have carried on pushing, you know. I do believe if Stellenbosch did draw last night, we would have lost this one. Marawa heap. How lucky are you on Betway? I'm not good on Betway. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to deceive you guys. I'm not good. But hey, Betway, if you want to sponsor the show, we're here. I'm not good on Betway. My heart takes over and I start making weird predictions. When I don't have Betway, I make great predictions. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's to improve. It's to improve, Wahib. It's to improve. My man of the match is Mbata. Ooh, man of the match. It's tough to say. Mbata has found himself in some very good positions. So yeah, you could say Mbata's there. Plus he scored one of the goals, so I would probably give it to him. There we go. Make the right decision. Thank you. Thank you. All I know, Pirates is leading 3-0 right now. The score is 3-0. Lebohile Mofokeng finally scored. Finally scored. X-Bill, I know you guys. I know you betting guys. I know you betting.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
Bobby warned me about you guys. Bobby warned me against you guys. 73rd minute, guys. Pirates has got their third goal. They can get 5. Oh, they can get 5. Oh, Danko Mofokeng. We're questioning him. But again, look at this defensive set. Look at this defensive set. Then he finds himself facing Mofokeng. And no move is made. Like, technically, as a defender. Through his legs even. Technically as a defender. Even if Mofokeng decided not to take the shot at the vase and went through. He's taken a step, he's off balance. Mofokeng goes through, score. Guys, what is the... These are experienced players, guys. These are experienced players who have years in. No, guys, it's open. Feel free to jump in, guys. Feel free to jump in. Agent. No, yeah, that finish was cold. Small B, that finish was cold. Tandeni.
My chief.
What are you seeing? We're 3-0 up now. Well, Paris is 3-0 up now.
This is the problem that I've just saw with Roller M. The problem is that we're watching football every day, and most of their games I've watched this.
Tandeni, are you still with me?
I'm still with you, my man. Can you
Oh,
hear
there
me?
we go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
You were still making the point.
For me, I think Maduga, his weakest mistake is whenever he's starting a game, he feels his best 11 and doesn't have an option B.
Okay.
So as I told you half time, they are training already. The only way for them to score, it will be introducing that young boy, which is Tigazi. But then their planning of how they're gonna score, it's gonna require them to change their game plan, which is penetrating through the middle, and then those wingers, they mustn't hit crosses because Buthelezi is very high. So looking at that now, they haven't changed the way they played, and for them to get somebody who's gonna change the game from the bench, the system is not working. It's literally not working. It has been happening game in, game out. They are struggling. So for me, I think the better way for them going forward, have a structure that's going to be working, fill the players that they have understanding system. Should you go 1-0 down, no exactly after half time you can come back with power. Right now, we are watching a game where Pirates can score 7 if they want to, because after 65 minutes, they go down. They are tired now already. As you saw Mufukeng taking on that man. He's tired. They don't explain after half time. These guys are going to get tired, and then that's where Paris going to start maximizing the points, because it goes back to the training sessions. How much time are you spending on the team? The team squad rotation, everything.
But what scares me, Mthandeni, to be honest with you, it's not the first time I've seen this happen at Royal AM. What scares me is that defense is not communicating. The players are always late. The players don't know whether to push or to pull. There's so much happening in that defense. And these are professionals. They do this every day.
Yeah, very true, Mr. OT. And again, as I'm saying now, for me, I feel like Maduga doesn't have what we call... because if you look at Pirates, I think most of the teams are struggling defensively. But what is the most difficult thing they do? Their midfield need to protect the back four. Right now, the back four is working overtime because Maswangani is unmarked, Bata is unmarked. The only guy who's been bullied is Makaula, and Makaula is enjoying that because that is role. He's supposed to be bullied. For me, I still feel like Maswangani and that guy and then Bata, they are not marked. That will make the defense be much exposed. Although they are back at Mabasa. When Tito comes with the ball, he got so many options. Maela pushing at the left back. Is making the team with more numbers in the box. So for other those defenders, they're exposed. And in modern football, I don't think it still requires you to have like two strikers who are not marking. Selwyn George not marking, Matlasela sitting in front. So that is like 8 against 4. Because only 2 guys are gonna go. So for me, they're gonna still training like this. Pirates can score as much goals as they want, but them coming back now, they won't.
Okay. Let me bring in Wahib. Wahib, you wanted to say something about Mfukeng?
Blow them away. If this guy plays, my guy, I never question Riviero. If this guy plays, no matter how long, this kid enjoys playing. They just can't do what he do. No Pirates player can do what he does on the ball. So how can you question that? He's 19 years old. He's enjoying football. You questioning him. And the team is leading 2-0. Come on, guys, man. This is a kid. Let him enjoy. Let him play with the guys. And then you know what? I can't take. Sometimes I think the manager is making very good substitutions.
Okay.
It's good that he took off Saleng. There's a lot of depth in the squad. There's 3 strikers on the bench. So I do think the manager was very, very, very tactical in going, okay, take Saleng off, change the game. And I think more of the team is now flowing better, the attacking is better. And Mafukeng is showing why he must play. He's under the development. So I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Mthandeni, I want to go back to you in terms of John Maduka. Why does he not shut the door? I think one of the things that I've seen with this Royal AM team is that even when they're coming under fire, there's no point where it just goes, you know what, guys, let's close the door. Svali Patla's key. Let's live to fight another day. It seems like they still go gung-ho with the same type of team.
Yeah, I think that one probably must just direct it to PSL. I don't think this coach. No, man, like it's not John's problem alone. I think most of the coaches they are struggling with that. I think the only
Yeah.
coach was Baxter. Baxter was good at that, shutting the back door. So the problem I'm having with PSL coaches is that they don't understand when and how to protect what they have.
Yeah.
Right now, what a goal!
4-0.
What a goal!
4-0.
What a goal!
4-0. I
4-0
told you.
Chana.
If
Yeah,
Paris
boy.
scores 2,
Yeah, boy.
if Paris scores 2, you can catch 5.
Exactly. Shenko, Praga. So back to my point, man.
You see, I said 6, my brother. I said 6.
Yeah. So for me, man, I think
Oh,
PSL.
Dick,
I
can you
think
make it
PSL must
loud and
offer.
clear?
I think there's a problem on the panel. We can hear you guys perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Look, man. For me, I think the PSL is supposed to have the workshops for coaches, man. Like we cannot have the same thing happening season out and season in. That shows which our chairmen who are team manager or team managers, they are not getting the benefits. Ngathi market to qualify, you just qualify and it ends there. You are a coach, you are appointed, it ends there. But in terms of growing a coach, there's no such. Like John has been he's been in the country for so many years. For
He's
him
been
not to
coaching for
understand,
so
even losing
long.
2-0. Exactly. Like PSL itself, they should have these workshops in grooming our coaches. This is the problem that Rulani is having. If he's losing, he doesn't understand when to protect, or if he's leading 1-0, he doesn't know what to protect. It keeps on going. Pirates as well. Remember the game against Stellenbosch? We're winning
Yeah.
2-0. They were
Yeah.
supposed to protect,
Yeah.
but they never protected and end up losing 3-2. So this is the PSL problem. Coaches doesn't know exactly what is matters the most, the points or the goals.
But then can I ask you something on that point? Do they
Yes, man.
is part of the problem that, how do I put it? They don't value these league games. So to them, losing 3-0 and losing 6-0 is the same thing. It doesn't matter. Goal difference. There's no pressure.
Yeah, because we don't have a league that has been won by goals. The day we have a league that is won by goals and same points, that is when they're gonna realize goals are much important. How much you concede, it matters to the team. And for me, Maduga is supposed to protect the Royal image by protecting so many goals. At least losing 2-0, then defend. Then defend because then play good football.
It's only now that he's trying to defend now. Wahib, same thing to you. Why do PSL coaches, but I want to stick to Maduka, why do they struggle in going, you know what, guys, we're 2-0 down, Pirates is all over us. Let's just shut the back door, live to fight another day, bring in some defenders, see out the game. What happens to our coaches?
I do think they're scared to lose their job and they want to keep to what they are doing. If you're going to sit back and be a little bit scared, the bosses might think, so is this what we are getting from a manager that we appointed? We want you to fight. We want you to play in a certain way. That is the problem. And no, I wouldn't go to the scoreline and say Royal M's manager is the problem. But if you look at the quality of players, you have to. Do you see a captain in the Royal M team?
No,
I don't
there's
see
no
none.
leaders.
That is the biggest problem. There's no leader. So how can you go to the manager? So if you look carefully in the Pirates team, they have substitution like for like players with quality, and that is the difference today. They have good players that can change a game because look where they're laying, 13 on the log. So they are still in the league.
Okay, no. Sisters, welcome. How are you?
I'm good in yourself, my brother, and how's everyone?
I'm happy for Pirates, Mara. This Raleigh M performance is frustrating me.
No. As
What do you
Pirates
think?
fans, we are happy for ourselves. We don't need extra support. We are happy. But Mr. Oti, there's something that I want to put in mind here. If you remember, the Pirates that was coached by Kostadin Papic
Yeah.
versus this Pirates coached by the Spanian guitar. They've got similarities in terms of playing good football.
Yeah.
Then another thing that we must look, last season, the very same coach, when we were playing towards the end of the season, Pirates started to play very good football and we were collecting points and everyone was enjoying to be part of this Pirate family. But the question is, why Pirates failed to start a season like this?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it will be too late to run against the Sundowns, whereas our points were collected earlier. Tina, as the Pirates, we are happy to run at the end of the season. Look at the gap now. All the time, even the last season, we were fighting for position 2. We were so excited that we are going for position 2. Same apply for this season. We are happy that we are pushing for position 2. When are we going to be happy to push for the league? From the start of the season.
But Fistos, can I ask you then,
So-
as a Pirates fan, how much of it also comes to the fact that Pirates seems to be a team where if everything is going well, like I always say, if Pirates can score 1 or 2 goals, they'll score 5. But in some games, if Pirates doesn't show up, what is the cause of that? And is that maybe some of the issue, Yoguti, earlier in the season, you don't pick up the number of points that you need for the rest of the season?
You see, based on what you are asking, Mr. OT, if you don't pick up points early in the season, then you start scoring 1 goal in a match. You would tend to say, let me protect that goal. You end up protecting a goal that the opponents can easily equalize, then you end up with a draw. Sometimes other teams get a momentum, they will score a second goal, and you'll end up losing the game. It's simple as that, Mr. OT. The failure of collecting points in first round in a soccer league, it's a challenge. You will struggle to pick up in the second round. Look at Cape Town Spurs. They did not pick up points in the first round. How on earth do you think they can survive relegation?
Yeah.
They will never survive relegation because now they will play a team, they will score 1 goal, they will park a pass, and unfortunately that parking a pass drill, they didn't practice it very enough. The other team will score 2 goals, they end up losing 2-1. Same with Pirates. We can be excited now, Mr. OT. We can celebrate, but we are celebrating what? Position 2. Then what else after next season? We start again. It's a problem. It's a good performance. I'm proud of being a Pirate supporter, but we are a supporter for position 2.
Okay. But then, Fistos, can I ask you then
No,
just
no,
a
no.
general
Can I
question?
come in there?
Okay,
Coach,
go
coach.
ahead, Wahid.
OT.
Mm.
Frit, I think this guy got it very wrong.
Okay.
Pirates have won 3 cup finals in a row. How can he say being a Pirate supporter is happy with number 2? I don't think we can be saying that.
That's very true, I am.
Just remember this manager. The manager is coming here, bringing his own ideas, laying the foundation, and it's starting to tick. It's a ticking bomb. When this manager is gonna get the time that Rulani has and what Pitso had at Sundowns, you're going to see a different Pirates. He's bringing a strong mentality to this
But then,
team,
Wahid,
and I'm
can I
not
just-
surprised if we're getting Sundowns in the next final. We're going to win them. I promise you.
But then, Wahib, isn't that part of the problem with Pirates? I'd say that when it's high stakes, again, it's a cup game, it's a cup final, it's a cup semi-final, it's a cup. We see the best Pirates. But with the league, at times, sometimes we see a pop Pirates for 3-4 weeks. And then when the pressure's on again, I feel as though Pirates is giving us these performances now because they're chasing number 2. There's a thing now that they need to chase. But at the beginning of the season, when those things are not there, when it's still league games, when we're still not sure what's going to pan out, we don't see this Pirates.
Okay. Before this manager arrived, where was Pirates near Sundowns or second place? Or winning so many trophies in a row? When last? You understand? and he's bringing that mentality that there's hope for next season.
Okay.
If you give this man the money that Sundowns is spending, or give him the money that Chiefs buy players with, you're going to see what he will
Okay.
bring in. Let him bring in the European or the South American players and some more African players. Then you will see a real Rivero team that's
Okay.
going to play winning football. He's going to win the league. It maybe not be next season if we have time. I hope he doesn't go abroad before he brings the league to Pirates.
Okay. Let me bring in Mtandeni. Mtandeni, you wanted to add something on those points?
Yeah, man. Actually, Fistos raised a very good point, and we must appreciate him for that. But I need him to be a constant supporter for our team to be constant. Why I'm saying that? Look, bro, a league is something different compared to a cup game. A cup game is a short-term contract that you sign in terms of getting the result. It's a must to get the result. With the league, a league. One thing about Jose Rivero is that he's a coach who believes in the culture. He must lay foundation in the culture. If you look at last season, the Pirates is playing now compared to the Pirates was playing last season, there's a huge difference. Why I'm saying that? Because the players that he brings in, he trying to. Our squad is not complete. Yes, we might have names of the players, but the players who can understand the system and play the system, we are not complete, bro. First of the season, we started with Lepasa as our lone striker. We changed him. We played with Mahopa. 3 games down the line, he couldn't hold the pressure. Then again, we changed to Mabasa. Mabasa is doing well. That tells you to say the team is not complete. We have Kogin or CBs at the back. Are they consistent? Yes. Should one get a red card? What do we do? We struggle. You understand? So we can never judge it. We can never judge Jose over two seasons. For me, I think he's building something that once the team is complete, nobody will be able to handle Pirate. We started with Ndondo. Look at the lineup that's playing now. It's not the very same lineup we started with. That tells you to say the players are not complete. We are still short with the players that's gonna do exactly what the coach wants. We brought in
Thank you, my
Rulani, we
brother.
brought in Kapinga.
I hear you, Mtandeni, but can I make the argument that Orlando Pirates, you see, like today,
Yes.
those players are
Yes.
giving a 4-0 performance. At times they give sevens. At times they give fives.
Very true.
But
Very
the problem is that they're not consistent enough for them. I always say that Pirates is the most dangerous team. I always say that. If
They are.
if
It's
they
just
get
that
those 2 goals. So if they don't get it, sometimes it looks as though Pirates is not on the pitch. Some of the games in the league where nobody's showing up and it's not even a talent or skill thing. How much of it is a mentality thing that Pirates wakes up for challenges? They wake up for cup games. You can't fight Pirates in a cup game. They wake up for these type of games where we're chasing Stellenbosch. We're trying to be number 2. But if you look at the 6th game of the season, that means nothing at that point. You might not see anybody show up. How much of that is the issue?
That is where I'm gonna go to Wime's point when he said we need to look at what kind of players Pirates are playing with. Most of those players, they are South African based players. So that means for Jose tactics, there are no enough fishes in the sea for him to fish the right players. So that is where now we're gonna need to have Allende on our side. We need to have a Serene on our side. We need to have a Matthias Ascriver from our side, because those kind of players that need to, like, it tells you, bro, if you're gonna have a team that's gonna play in patches. Right now, Paris is dangerous, but they're playing in patches. One thing I can guarantee you now: should Tito be injured or Tito be under red card, it's gonna be a chance match for Pirate. We brought in Kim Vitu, he doesn't deliver what we expect him to deliver. We brought in Baloni, he doesn't deliver what we expect him to deliver. We brought in Kapinga, same problem. That means now the Pirate team, or the management need to open up the bank for him to say, okay, fine, you have your system that is playing. Then the 7 or 8 players that you have, they understand the system, but we are short somewhere somehow. Let us free you to go outside and outsort those players. With that being happening, surely, man, I can tell you, we can be much far.
Okay, guys, what I'm going to ask you guys, since I'll be back later again, I'm going to ask you guys just to give me a young 1 minute breakdown of this game, what you thought about. Wahib, I'm going to start with you. What did you think of this game? Oh, wait, before I do that, Pistos, what do you think about what the brothers have said in reply to what you have said?
No, I hear what the gentlemen are saying, and the good thing about football, it's a game of opinions, and it's a game of that you could learn from what someone else information is sharing with you. So no one is right because the views will never be the same. The views will never be the same. Mina, the only concern that I'm having with the Pirates, if you can look, Mr. OT, when the season started, this season that we are currently running, all of us, we were saying that, yeah, this year we are ready to go pound to pound with Sundowns. That's
Yeah.
the honest truth, guys. We cannot run away or shy away from it. That's what we believed in. We say, wait,
I'm
Adim.
coming, Wahib. I'll come back to you. I'll come back.
Yes, just wait. We all believe that Pirates is got the right squad, right depth to compete for the Premier for the DStv Premier League. Unfortunately, it did not pan out. We are saying that we are moving to the next season. But as Mtandeni indicated, yes, maybe there is players that we need. I don't know which players or which position that he feels that we need. Because from my side, I believe that the current squad, if we can start with the same energy in the new season, I believe that we could fight for the league.
Okay, guys, let me make this. A topic for the week. We'll speak about during the week about this Pirates team. For now, guys, can I just get the 1 minute break? Wahib, I'll give you a chance to say what you wanted to say when you get it. So let me start with Mtaneli. Mtaneli, can you just break down this game for me in 1 minute? What you thought about the game?
Game was enjoyable, my brother. Tito, play of the season. Thank you.
Okay. Wahib, can you give me a minute on what you thought, but also that reply that you had? I'll give you 2 minutes.
I'll give the reply first. What I wanted to say to this guy is that this manager, he knows what he wants from the team. And if you give him the right equipment and not selling his best players and not replacing them, is an issue. As a Pirate supporter, I question myself when he sell loads. Where's the replacement?
Yeah.
If I'm clever, I'll steal Sereno because we need a number 10 that can make everyone love to play. This game was very one-sided in the second half.
Yeah.
And Riviero, thanks to you, my brother. You're the only coach in the world of football that I don't question.
Yeah.
I question Pep, I question Ten Hag, I question any manager, but not you. I will never. You know what you want from Pirates, and I'm glad you came to us. You're bringing trophies, and you're bringing the joy back to our Pirates fans, my brother.
Okay. Thank you, Wahib. Pistos, you've got a minute. Break down this game for me.
Good game, nothing to falter. They say Tito. Nah, he deserves it. He deserves the play of the season. And all I'm saying that is Mapagania, because now we've got this game down in Devon, the other one, we are waiting one for Pirates versus Supersport Orlando. Danko.
Okay, thank you, Pistos. T-Man, welcome. Can you give me a breakdown? I'm going to give you 2 minutes since you're new here. Oh, you just came in now.
Right, my brother.
You're right. Mina 3 points I'm na ingenile.
Siyakubongela mfowethu. Bekumnandi. Kujatshuliwe ekhosini. Hayi kule game le Pirates hayi. Pirates shame hayi. Badlala kahle. Ibona abantu ngempela ngafanele ba challenge Sundowns kwi league. But somehow khona la abangayenzi kahle ngicabanga ukuthi kwi league ukuthi bakwazi ukuchallenge Sundowns. But kuma cup games hayi bazokumanga. Bayakhona ukuthi bawawina ama cup games. Kwi-league ayishoda kuphi ngicabanga ukuthi ucoach kusafanele-ke ahlale phansi staff check ukuthi kushoda kuphi ukuthi ba-challenge i-league. Otherwise i-Pirates yona enye ama-team efana ngabe sikhompyutha nayo e-Afrika. ngoba inama lo mfana lo kuthi ubani bani if angayeka ukugibela phezulu kwebhola hayi is the best umdlali fanele azama ukuba more professional kunokuthi aloku edlala lento ukugibela phezulu kwebhola because yizo zezinto lezi ezigcina zifaka ipressure ewumdlali so kwi-professional football nje ayenziwa le yanto unnecessary not uyayibheka but he's a good player uyambona ukuthi une-team spirit umdlali akanciphise lento phezulu kwebhola otherwise kuzoba kwi-competition-ke nalaba badlali ababa ama-best end of the season but I don't think ukuthi uzoba i-player of the season
Okay. Let me bring in Malume Kutso. Malume Kutso. Upunkwa leo na Malume Kutso.
Mr. OT. Ngithi kukubiza ngayi-4. Mr. OT, kubuhlungu ukuzwa abantu abasupport ibhola lase South Africa bakhuluma kanjena ngeplayer. I remember nini nishela ukuthi support Sundowns ngenkani because kubuhlungu today they wanna criticize Maswangayi wethu. Man, awuye ku Sundowns please. Yekuthi Maswangayi because bengaligibela hlala kuba na something, uhlala nama assist, iyo le ibhakaniya. Pirates is a place of expression. Pirates is in line with the Constitution of South Africa, whereby we know which freedom of expression is a part of human rights. We do not oppress abanye abantwana, citing izinto esingazazi, saying it's not professional. Whereas when you look at the output of the player, it's very positive. You understand ukuthi yonke lento le yaqala the day idlala iderby against Kaizer Chiefs. Ever since we scored 3 goals against Kaizer Chiefs, asibambeki. So no shama 4-7-4. You understand? Amazulu must be proud of themselves that they are the only team, I think, eke asibamba nge-1 goal. Fairly so.
Yeah.
The other Leon, another 4. So we could not put to see Pinde twice. But still, they must be proud of themselves. I'm happy to see Talente on the score sheet. Happy to see Mfukeng on the score sheet. It shows ukuthi i scouting sethu is proper, Mr. OT. And also, not only scouting, but I think one of the most important ones, when we count talent, just look at the score sheet, Mr. OT. It's talent, it's Maswangayi,
it's Mfukeng.
It speaks of integration. Integration of new members of the squad into the starting 11. You understand? He's got some years under his belt. So when you look at the integration of Pirates, proper, Mr. OT. Proper. So Pirates, I just hope which next year we don't rock the boat too much. We just identify excellent players because it's gonna be tough. We'll be competing with a team that has 1 billion in their pocket. It's gonna be very tough, Mr. OT. So hopefully we can identify game changers that can give us that whole elusive league title. Mr. OT. And hopefully we can wrap up the season in Nedbank Cup. I still want that Nedbank. Hopefully I when the weekend started, Nedbank was a priority to Orlando Pirates. At the conclusion of the weekend, it is now a priority to Orlando Pirates and those CAF be champions. Now they want it as well. Sebayaya ukuthi important in Nedbank. Abasathi washakwacima. Mr. Hoting ngithanda ukuthi yasimnyama ngenkatho ngamakhiphe mhlaba sibazophikisa phezulu. Bathi sigothi sikaMinzela. Uyamemeza ezekhephe ezethe ukuthi bathamo hlanganani. Bhaka. Thank you, Mr. OT.
Thank you, Malume Kutso. To close it up, guys. I'm closing it now, but I'm going to be back later on. 8 o'clock, we're going to speak about the different other matches that happened, the 2 other matches. So we're going to do our reviews on Sundays now so that we have space during the week to have the other conversations. So 8 o'clock tonight, guys. Come back. And those who have not made it in, I've noted you. Come back and we'll have the conversations. Thank you guys so much. For me, all I'll say is Pirates continues to be the most dangerous team in the league. The only problem is if they can find a way to be consistently dangerous then we've got no prayers in the league to think that we can do anything. And I think if they can find that in them to treat every game as important, not situationally only, it's going to be incredible, this Pirates team, and I think they can do a lot of things. But they also need to find the urgency in times where there's no explicit urgency. So when it's the 5th game of the season and nothing is at stake and we're still building, Pirates must be on it then, as much as they're on it when they're chasing number 2, when they're looking at Stellenbosch and they won the Champions League, when they're in a cup game and they're looking to go win the trophy. That's the Pirates we need to see the whole season, and then we'll see something incredible. Wonderful performance from Pirates today. They took advantage of Royal AM that has a lot of problems, and they have yet to come up with answers for those problems in some situations. I questioned a lot of the defending. I questioned the timing of the subs. I questioned the subs that were made by Royal AM. But on the flip side, Orlando Pirates did what Orlando Pirates needed to come out and do. They are chasing Stellenbosch. Right now, they are 3 points behind Stellenbosch for that number 2 spot that gives you the Champions League. They want to right the wrongs that happened this year with Ijwaneng. They want to right those wrongs, and they're going to be chasing Stellenbosch, who also themselves won 5-0 yesterday. So it's going to be a very close race for this number 2 spot, and I'm sure with Stellenbosch up and playing with Pirates taking this run in seriously, it's going to be a very interesting end of the season. Guys, like I said, today, 8 o'clock, we'll come back and we'll break down all of the matches, then I'll have you guys come in and we'll discuss them and we'll review them. We'll get your chance step farther. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you then at 8 p.m. Bye, guys.